Hey guys, so I know this is a long time coming, even though because the song's been out for like I don't know, a month and a half. But I wanted to show you guys how I kind of made Pay to Be Happy and like some of my favorite parts about making it. So let's get into it. Okay, hi. I know you can see me. Just try not to get distracted. So I'm actually talking to myself. What I love about what I'm doing now is this is the part of making music that is my favorite that a lot of people don't get to see. So this means a lot to me. So I'm really excited to show this to you guys. So this is basically where I write all my lyrics. I used to write stuff on paper, but now I more just type my lyrics out. See, I created it January 20th, 2020 at 9 p.m. And here is the project. 50 tracks. There was way more when I wrote this a year ago. There was like probably like 60 to 80 tracks, but RDY produced this song. He's an amazing producer. He also produced Only I Get Sad. And so what I'm gonna show you is less so the production, but more the vocals and the vocal production. A lot of what you'll find is there's some really weird sounds in here, like the oh-ohs. I don't even know what else to call them. So the story behind this, I was recording and I dropped my phone and also like just my mic, and I went, oh, and like I knew I fucked up, but it recorded, and I think it was just rhythmically, I liked it, and I liked how it sounded with the reverb. So me being the weirdo that I am, I kept it and I kept it in the song like it's supposed to be there. So I like it, and I think it adds like a strange element to it that you don't really hear in songs. This is another thing that I loved that I got to do. So the vocal is reversed. So this is essentially me just going ah, and then putting it in reverse, and then putting reverb on it and distorting the vocal. But yeah, that part is really cool because I just loved a good distorted vocal. That's in all of my songs, like not exaggerating, it's in every single one. Oh, this right here is the reference vocal. So that was the first time I ever spoke the words of Pay to Be Happy. Blue now, you know I'm down. Can you see right through me? So it doesn't sound good on like purposefully, because when I write songs I kind of just like sing or speak, and I don't really care about pitch or technique or anything. I just let kind of the emotion come out. So that's kind of what this reference vocal, I'm not going to play it because it's kind of embarrassing. Like a lot of it just sounds terrible, but that's where a lot of these words come from, and I find that really helps me a lot. So what you guys see here, like all these little blocks, is it's called comping vocals. So what I do is essentially I take all the best takes. It's not so much like a pitch thing, it's more of like a performance thing. So if I hear maybe like some vocal fry, or maybe like an airiness in a certain vocal, or maybe just like the texture of a certain way that I said something, I'll keep my favorite ones and piece them together like a puzzle, and it ends up sounding like this. I've gotta stay like this. Because if I go like this and do the original take, it sounds completely different. I've gotta stay like this. Did you hear that? The bottom part, the last part goes down instead of up. Because that was originally how I wanted to keep it, but then I liked this version instead. So that's the one little thing about the main vocal. So this is the part that everyone tells me that they're obsessed with. I'm gonna play it just in case it's not your favorite. So everyone basically tells me that that's their favorite part. That was really fun to do because I knew, so I don't have a vocoder. I have like these things over here, it's a MIDI, and then I have like a little mini MIDI thing, but I don't have a vocoder, and I didn't have a vocoder plugin at the time. So I like to layer my vocals like a shit ton, and this is nothing. Like this is only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 8, 9 tracks. I usually do a good like 12 to 20, like just to get good harmonies and like some dissonance and like any other stuff that I like. But with this is I wanted to keep it small, but like also very like strange. I didn't want it to sound like, you know, very pleasant. So this is what it sounds like without the music, which you'll find sounds very weird.
Well, it's just my luck that I don't give a fuck, and I just want too much, and I can't get enough.
I don't know, I just love the way it sounds like. I don't know, it sounds so cool. So what I did is I just stacked a bunch of harmonies. So here's the first one.
Well, it's just my luck that I don't give a fuck, and I just want too much, and I can't get enough.
And then when I add on this one,
Well, it's just my luck that I don't give a fuck, and I just want too much, and I can't get enough.
and then this one.
Well, it's just my luck that I don't give a fuck, and I just want too much, and I can't get enough.
And then I also added these little sporadic harmonies where it comes in and then drops out, because I didn't want it to just be like an annoying harmony all the way through, but it sounded really bad to my ear and a little bit too robotic in an annoying way. So I just made it more sporadic, and I think that really helped with the sound. So this is what it sounds like all together.
Well, it's just my luck that I don't give a fuck, and I just want too much, and I can't get enough.
Yeah, so that one, that's kind of how I did that part, and it goes way better with the music, but I just wanted to show you guys how that kind of came together. Let's see, and then one of my favorite parts also in the song is like right after the, I hate calling it this, but the drop. So when the song drops out here, so I did all my background vocals. I always do my own background vocals. I just love a good ad-lib, and that's what I did here. I just screamed, yeah, and that's basically it. And yeah, so that's basically it. The song it's very simple. I think the most complex thing about it is definitely the lyrics. You know, I feel like anyone could have really melodically wrote this song, but I love it, and I think it came together really well. And it took me a year to finally be happy with it. Like 50 tracks later, which used to be like 80, so yeah. This is the part that I really love. It's my favorite thing to do with songwriting and vocal producing and mixing, and it's just, I don't know, I love it. So I wanted to share it with you guys. And thank you guys so much for listening to Pay to Be Happy. I love this song so much, and I'm so glad that you guys love it too.